Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventure Rats. Like I said in the last video, we're going to do the install for the Hulk 4x4 battery tray, and I've got it right here with me, so I'll flip the camera around and show you how we're going to install that, and we'll go from there. So we'll get stuck into it, eh? So there's the tray there, right here, like I showed in the last video. I've just got a supercharge AGM deep cycle and starting battery, apparently, so it says there on the label. Is a 105 amp hour battery. Should be good for all my needs. It fits in that tray perfectly, and we're going to put it right here in my engine bay. So I've already got this support bracket in that mounts to the bottom of the battery tray, 2 bolts. So there's 2 holes in the tray they line up with, and they just mount underneath. Hopefully you can see that by those 2 bolts there. There's one there and one a bit further over. Sorry about the camera work, guys, but I'm doing this on my own. There's 2 bolts on the underside under there. You just do up. I've left that a bit loose so when I get the tray in I can line it all up. The other holes, there's a mount hole there, mount hole there, mount hole there. I think there's one there in the corner, and then back up here behind my bottle, I'll just move that hose out of the way. As you can see, those 2 little holes down there, guys, the structure arm for supporting the bracket will mount into those, and they're all M6 bolts that go into this. So I'll just pop the camera down and we'll get into it, and we'll go from there, and I'll loosely fit it, and then I'll come back and show you how I fit it, and then we'll tighten everything down, and yeah, that'll be that. So I'll be right back, guys, just stay with me. So okay, we've got it sitting in there. It's not bolted down yet, but as you can see, we've got this little bracket here, mounts to the airbox bracket. That's the airbox there, guys, so that's just off the side of the bracket, mounts there. Those are the 2 holes that mount to that bracket I showed you earlier that's on the inner guard. It's only roughly lined up, but that lines up with that mount hole. You've got one there, one in this corner. There's not one there, I thought there was, but you know. And up here in the back, under this pipe again, it's going to focus, there's the support arm on those 2 holes I showed you earlier. So we'll get that bolted in. I'll manipulate it around, we'll get the bolts in, and we'll go from there, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, guys. I've got that into place. I've got the bolts in their respective spots. So there's one here, obviously goes to that. There's a nut on the bottom of that, on the underside. You put a nut on there. It is just one of these flange nuts, comes in the kit. There's also 2 more of these flange nuts on that bolt and that bolt to that bracket you mount to the inner guard. These ones, this one in this corner, this one here, are already into threads. There was a thread in this one at one point, but that's rusted out, so I'm just going to put one of these guys on the underside of it, on my under my guard there, just to secure that middle one. And then up here, move all these cords out of the way, guys, again, up here, down in there, those 2 bolts come in this kit. Sorry it's not focusing on the bolts, but you can kind of see them in there. There you go. So they're already in threads that exist in the car as well, so there's no nuts for those. Just to give you an idea, That's where one comes through. That's that one, and I'll put the nut on. The other one comes through that one. We've got right there, you can see the bottom of those two already come through, those little nuts that are welded on there. And that's it. Those two there are the ones that hold on that bracket. I might be able to get an undershot there, hopefully you can see that. And then there's one up there possibly. Hopefully you saw that. Sorry, I'm trying to do the camera work on my own. It's probably not the best. But again, I'll come back, I'll tighten all this up, come back and we'll put the battery, connect it up, put the clamp down, and we'll install that as well. So thanks guys for sticking with me. Alright, we're back again, all mounted in, nice and solid. She's not going anywhere. So yeah, you just tighten this one up with the nut on the bottom. These two you tighten up and the nut on the bottom with the nut on the bottom. That one's into a thread, like I said. That one's tightened up into a thread. That one I put the little nut on the bottom underneath. And these two up here are already into a thread, but they're on nice and tight now. Really solid. I can't move it. So I'm just going to cut. I've got a bit of old conveyor belt rubber. I'm going to cut for the bottom of that. It's to help stop the battery from rubbing on it and stuff. Maybe save these screws, even though they're countersunk. I'm just a bit paranoid on it wearing from a battery, but that's just me. You don't have to do that, but that's what I'm gonna do. And just before I cut that and get it in, these are all the tools I needed to get it fitted. I just needed a number 2, I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, a infamous 10mm socket, couple of extensions just to get to those 2 bolts that hold the support arm on in behind your radiator surge bottle. Just needed the length to get down in there, made it a bit easier. And just my little impact with a number 2 Phillips head in it, just to tighten those ones down with the bolts on it. I didn't go too tight, just put that in, couple of duggers just to give it a bit of a nip up, and yeah, as you saw, she's in solid. But they're basically all the tools you need right there, guys, to get this job done. Probably takes about an hour, if that, maybe a bit less. And yeah, I'll cut that rubber and then we'll come back and we'll sit that in there and we'll get the battery clamped down and we'll go through with how that's done. So be right back. So there we are, guys, me bit of rubber all cut. She's probably about, I don't know, 5mm thick, if that. But yeah, we'll just see, it just sits there in my battery tray like so. Now that's something, like I said, you don't have to do this, guys. It will just sit straight in on the back. The battery will sit straight in, sorry. But I just do this just to protect my battery tray. It's just me. I like to look after my stuff. But yeah, you don't have to do that. And we'll grab the battery. Here's my battery. That in nicely. So now we'll just size up which J bars I need, because as you know, if you've seen my previous video, Hulk 4x4 do send you 2 different size J bars, as you can see there. One's longer, one's shorter. So I might try these shorter ones first, and then we'll see how we go. Right, so we'll size that up and we'll just lock him down in the hole there. he may be just long enough. So we might go with the short ones and see how that fits. I'll just pinch that washer because that's what you heard me drop before. And that's battery clamp with a support. That support runs to your front guard, so that support will run to one of these holes here in your guard. So just like that, guys, so it'll line up with that one, clamp across your battery there like so, giving that a bit of support. So I'll just cut the video and I'll get these J-bars set in because I can't do it one-handed, but we'll go from there, guys, and I'll be back short. Okay, so we're back. With the short J-bars work nicely. I've just got them loose just so I can that's the one at the back, just so I can manipulate this to line up with that bolt hole there in my guard, just like so. Now there is a gap under here, and in the kit you are supplied with a few spacer washers like so, and an extra long bolt that'll replace the one you take out of your guard. So that'll go through there, through your spacers and into your thread. So that's why that extra long bolt there is supplied. And then you just work out the spacers you need. By the look of it, I'm going to need pretty much all three of these, and they will just sit there like that. And then we'll put these other two on there, just like so. Line them up a bit better because, you know, I'm not the best. I'm trying to do this one-handed, show you guys. Failing as I go. Yeah, kind of line them up, and that'll line up like so. That's why I left my J bolts a bit loose so I could maneuver that. But once they're under there, you move this into position. You can then put this bolt down through there. We'll tighten him up in there, just like that. Again, just a 10mm socket will get that guy tightened up. And we'll go ahead, we'll tighten up the wing nuts to hold our battery in nice and secure. This one here is a bit harder to get to only because of that brace bar, but it is doable. Maybe if you go over, hug it like a C-grip over the top, you can get it like that a bit better, depending on how long your fingers are. Yeah, doing the best I can. Again, apologies for the camera work. That one a nice nip up in there, nice and secure. He's not going anywhere, so we'll just grab our friendly 10mm socket here, guys. We'll go ahead and tighten this guy down. Yep, I'm a bit rough, guys. I'm no professional, that's for sure, but you know, this is a job you can do yourself in the garage just like I have. I am out in my driveway, so yeah, any background noise are just cars going past. And we're getting there to the bottom of the bolt. Alright, he's starting to tighten up, so just a nip up like that. That's all he needs. In there, nice and secure. That battery's not moving, it's not going anywhere. And yeah, all that's left now is to hook up my negative there, positive terminal there, obviously you guys all know that, and then my dual battery system, which runs off my little red arc switch there, will be back up and operational. So for running a fridge for a day or charging the kids' tablets and whatnot, will be awesome. Just tighten them down because that battery clamp's moved a touch since I tightened that other nut up. And there we are. She's all on, guys. That's it. That's how easy it is to install the Hulk 4x4 dual battery tray into the GU Nissan Patrol. Hope you like that video. There it is right there, guys, just there in the background, over there, sitting in there nicely. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, hope this is informative, hope it can get you doing some stuff in your own garage. And as you can see, it's a lovely day here today where I am, but we're in the garage doing the car. So again, from the Adventure Rats, thanks for watching, and hit that like, hit that subscribe, and turn that bell button to always so you never miss an upload from the Adventure Rats. Have a great day all, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.